Good evening, Madhu.
Good evening, sir. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah, fine. Excellent. Perfect.
Thank you.
But it is too late, Pakistan. 4 hours from now,
Yeah, even in
almost
India.
sleeping time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And tomorrow morning again, back to office.
Yes. So sleeping hours are just few hours only.
Yes, yes, obviously. I don't know how much time this session would take.
It will take 4 hours.
Oh my goodness.
3 to 4 hours somewhere.
Great, sir. Great. So, anyways, I mean, what are you are working for any organization, sir?
Yeah, I'm working for Enerflex Oil and Gas.
Enerflex of oil and gas. I'm working for Rain CA Carbon Vizag Limited. It's the Rain Carbon Inclusions. We are the manufacturing for pet coke for aluminum industries.
Okay, good. My whole career belongs to refinery operations and gas processing.
Perfect. We get the end product of from the refinery. Pet coke.
So right now, okay, I think.
Yes, sir. You are saying something, sir?
Yeah, I'm saying my total experience is from the refinery and gas processing.
Great, great, great to hear, sir.
Assalamu alaikum, Sajid Jat Sahab. कैसे हैं?
Assalamualaikum. Hello, friends, all of you guys. Welcome to Highly Charged webinar. I can see happy faces of Agam Jasab, Madhu, Ibrahim, Sayyid Wasif, Sajid Jad, and some more on the way. So all of you guys, welcome. Good evening in Pakistan, India, Gulf States, Bangladesh, a lot of other guys on the way. How are you guys?
And from Misr also, one of my friend and joined from Misr, Egypt.
Excellent, excellent. All of you guys from Egypt. Egypt, Middle East, and North Africa. Okay, so we would like to welcome on behalf of SBIC US, our team, me and my co-host Sayyid Wasif Naseem from UK, are going to present you some valuable information relevant to electrical safety at work and training opportunities, career opportunities to supercharge your career. So this is your duty. This is your duty to stay alert. Our duty is to present you information in a good manner. And your job is to stay alert. The more you charge, the more you're interested, the more you get benefit, get advantage of this webinar, live free webinar. Please mute your mics. The first thing first, you have to mute your mic so that, please, We all are matured and we don't need to be supervised. Mute your mics. Someone's mic is still open. All right, so let's start. We are already 4 minutes late. It's 1:30 p.m. in New York, 6:30 in UK, 8:30 in Saudi Arabia, 9:30 in UAE, 10:30 in Pakistan, 11 in India, and 11:30 in Bangladesh. So let's start our highly charged webinar. Are you ready? You guys are ready? Live and charged?
Hello.
Yes, sir, we are ready.
Okay, great. So let's start. You are joining this webinar from the platform of SafeCon Bureau of Inspection and Certification, USA Inc. It's a training and inspection company based at New York City office and incorporated with New York State. We have been empowering professionals for last more than 13 years. And we launched ASP/CSP very first time outside US. We have been pioneering ASP/CSP, NFPA certifications, OSHA. All these are our identities in the market of health and safety. Again, you need to switch off your mics so that class should not disturb. So on behalf of SBIC US, me and my co-host of Sayyid Wasif Naseem, I would like to welcome you guys for this almost 1.5 hour webinar. Certified Safety, Electrical Safety Program. Basically, this is 40 hours Certified Electrical Safety Program introduction webinar. So first, I would like to invite my co-host Sayyid Wasif Naseem present you information. He's going to present you all the information relevant to program. Once you finish, then I will announce some biggest announcement discount for the participants, some histories, biggest discount packages. And basically, after attending this training program, it is meeting requirements of NFPA program, NFPA CESCP certification training requirements. In order to do CESCP, Certified Electrical Safety Compliance Professional, it is the premier certification in the field of electrical safety management. Have you guys any idea about CESCP? CESCP. Any idea about that? Anyone? You heard about CESCP? No. You might have heard
Certified
from
Certified electrical safety practitioner.
Compliance professional, Certified Electrical Safety Compliance Professional. It is NFPA certification. It is awarded by NFPA, National Fire Protection Association of America. NFPA awards CESCP, to whom they can award. It has a huge value around the world, not only in America, in Europe, in Middle East, Africa, everywhere. CESCP, in order to manage electrical safety operations safely. So it's a big certification. In order to do CESCP registration, you must have 40 hours training. So what we are offering is 40 hours training that meets CESCP program, number one. Number two, it has a separate certification as well, which is Certified Electrical Safety Manager, plus NFPA 70E. So you will get 2 certifications from SBIC USA, Certified Electrical Safety Program Manager, plus NFPA 70E. And third one, you will be eligible to write CESCP test, CESCP exam, which is administered by NFPA later on. Once you finish this training, 40 hours training. So it's now a turn of my co-host. Let me invite him. Once he finish, then I will come back. I will join. I will present back enrollment information. So let me make him host so he can present you information. Okay, over to Sayed Wasim.
Thank you, Salahuddin. Right. Good morning, good evening, and at somewhere it will be very late evening. So I won't be taking much time and try to cover as many as a point which I can do in this short span. So this training program is related to mastering electrical safety best practices, and the certificate which you will be having will be related to certified electrical safety manager, which is accepted by NFPA towards your CSP um, journey. For the CSP, certified electrical safety compliance professional, what is required is first thing is that you need to have a 40 hours of electrical safety training, which is recognized by NFPA. So here I will be discussing some what the journey will look like if you are really want to become a CSP certified. Before that, just an introduction about myself. I was one of the few CSP certified professional globally back in 2019. I started this CSP journey back in 2015 and 16, and it took me around 3 to 4 years to complete my credentials, my all my number of credit hours. It was a long journey and it was costly as well. So this journey took around 2 to 3 years just to complete my 40 hours of electrical safety trainings from different sources, including NFPA websites, different training providers, etc. and etc. And then I was able to write my exam finally in 2019. So I'm CSP certified since 2019. And if you go in on the LinkedIn and try to search the number of CSP certified people globally, you won't be finding more than 300 or 400 CSP certified globally. In addition to that, I'm certified asset management assessor, CAMA from WPIM Australia. I have done diploma in asset management with distinction from Institute of Asset Management UK, certified practitioners in asset management from CPM Australia. I have done. I'm not the lead auditor, but I've been involved in this trade. So I have done a training program related to ISO 9001, 14,001, 50,001, and 55,001 is currently in my radars. I have bachelor's in electrical engineering and master's in energy management, both from one of the known universities from Pakistan. Current area of interest is related to electrical safety, asset management, maintenance, and reliability. And with a trend changing globally in energy and environment, so I'm also interested in those domain as well. More than 12 years now, it's approximately 13 years of experience with utility sector, specifically in Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and now in Europe side as well, different position, technical as well as management positions. This is the certificate related to my recertification. I did my first certificate in 2019. So every 3 years you have to recertify yourself. So my previous certificate was expiring in 2022, and now I have got it recertified till 2025. So how the recertification process will be done, those I will try to catch as we move on throughout this training program or this webinar. So what's the today's agenda? We will be discussing briefly electrical safety at workplace. If you're working in construction industry, general industries, you are working in oil and gas sector, you are working in the utility, what are the electrical hazard in the workplace? All the electrical hazards are common if you're working in different type of the industries as per NFP 70E. What are the international certifications are there in domain of electrical safety that we will going to cover? Then we will be introducing certified electrical safety compliance professional CSP in depth. What value addition you will be having once you have CSP credential under your belt, and how you can crack your CSP in the first attempt. I will request you please turn off your mic. Whose mic is okay? Right. and how SEFCON can be your partner in your road towards this CSP journey. So if I start with the topic number 1, introduction to the electrical safety at workplace. So what are the different type of the range of electrical and non-electrical activities which we are doing or which we are conducting near our electrical installation. So if you are working in oil and gas sector, if you're working in utility sector, if you are working in general industry, construction industries, NFPA summarizes the different type of the activities into this much activities. And it basically make them in 4 different groups. Either you are working to create an electrically safe work condition. This is the term which has been used in NFPA throughout the standard. So what is ESWC? It's not equivalent to shutting off. It's not equivalent to just turning off. So there is a 7 steps which you have to carry out. Once those 7 steps have been carried out, then an equipment or the circuit or the cable or the line on which you are working is considered to be in an electrically safe work condition. So either you are working as a part of the operation department in to create an or establish an electrically safe work condition, or you will be part of the maintenance department or in which you are responsible for some preventive maintenance or predictive maintenance, and you are performing some diagnostic testing, and those diagnostic testing are being performed on the live system. Like either you are testing, you are voltage measuring, you are performing some thermography inspection, visual inspection, or you are performing some intrinsic type of the test on while the system is energized. So that falls, all these activities falls under diagnostic. Then you are performing either repair and the replacement work that basically cover the physical alteration. Either you are changing lugs, either you are replacing some cables, if you are tightening some bolts, you are removing some breakers, or you are performing some refurbishment or work on your assets. So most of those type of the activities are being performed once an electrically safe work condition has been created. These type of the activities normally are not carried out on the live system. So that repair and the replacement things falls, all those activities falls under this category, or you are performing some housekeeping. So first 3 activities mostly are being performed in most of the industries are by the qualified person. So what is qualified person as per 70E terms? And housekeeping can be performed by qualified and unqualified persons. So NFPA basically 70 tries to identify what are the roles and responsibility of the qualified person and the unqualified person, and what and to what extent they can perform a certain job. So those are basically covered. So in this figure, if I have taken up a sample, 2 people are performing some inspection, and they are at a working distance. What should be this working distance? This is mentioned, this is in 70E, how you can calculate the working distance for different type of the activities you are performing related to the voltage level, and what are the PPs required to perform those activities as well. So if the incident energy at this particular level is 12 cals per centimeter square, 24 cals per centimeter square, 30 cals per centimeter square. So NFPA basically gives you a framework, or it gives you a detail how you can calculate or how you can come up with the selection of the personal protective equipment required for that particular job. So normally in our industries, these type of the activities we might be performing using some testing instruments, or or even if we are performing this thermography, we might not be wearing any personal protective equipment because we think that we are not doing some physical alteration, repair, or the replacement work. But as per 70, if you are performing any diagnostic work as well, you have to wear a certain amount of personal protective equipment as per the incident energy available at that particular location. So because you are in the R flash boundary, This could be these two persons are basically within our flash boundary, so they need to know the amount of incident energy available at that particular location, and they have to select their personal protective equipment accordingly. The second type of the activities, as per the chart in which we discuss, is related to some physical alteration, in which we are performing some repair, or we might be performing some diagnostic test, in which we are in physical connection with the electrical equipment as well. Again, this type of the activity could fall under the diagnostic work, or it could fall under the repair or the replacement task. So again, at what location you are performing the job, your single line diagrams need to be updated, and the information related to amount of incident energy available at that particular location needs to be known when you are performing any job there. So your personal protective equipment, and PP selections, and your need to match the amount of incident energy which is available. So during this course, or when you are going through the 70E standard yourself, you will going to identify how 70E basically unfold or make you realize that how you can calculate those values. This chart is not covered as per 70, but I have put it here. It basically highlights that how you can develop a framework or an awareness program in your own industry in which you are working, related to different type of the tasks being performed. So as per the 4 category of the task which I showed you earlier, here are the different type of the task which we are performing near our assets. And without knowing, if we know the health of the asset itself, whether it has deteriorated over the period of time, whether there is some impending failure is there or not, or there is some potential failure in the assets or not, so we can categorize the risk accordingly, and based on the risk, what type of the qualification is required for a person to perform those tasks, and what are the PPs required in order to safeguard people in to perform that particular task. For example, if I'm just taking a voltage measuring, or and I'm not interacting with the equipment itself, so that means if the asset condition is very risky, but the overall task is not that much, won't be critical, or won't be high risk task. But if I'm performing some task, for example, if just after commissioning, or commissioning an asset, or after failure, if I want to restore an asset, so as per the maintenance and reliability concept, so most of the failures occurs at the commissioning stage, because of wrong wiring, or maybe due to some other faults. So there could be a number of failures happening at the startup. So this chart have highlighted the commissioning task as the red task, at the high risk task. So what type of the qualification required to perform these type of the tasks? This is related to the person, and what type of the PPs he should wear when he is performing that particular task. Similarly, with related to restoration and restoration after some failure. So this basically gives you an idea that you can develop similar type of the chart for your own organization, in which you are highlighting the different type of the task and the risk associated with those tasks. So what could go wrong? 70E first priority is to save human beings. So in the exam, this concept will be tested through different case scenario, different questions, that what is the first priority of the 70. So the employee safety or the human safety is the first priority. What is the second priority? If you are developing a business case for implementation of NFPA 70E in your own organization, or if you want to have a buy-in from your top management related to trainings of your staff on 70E, or if you want to have a buy-in for the implementation of the requirements which are covered in the NFPA 70E standard, so they might not be going directly with the concept that you want to implement this much thing which require resources, time, energy, money, just to just for human safety, maybe, and because it's the culture around the globe is different in from one country to another country. But if you from with human safety, if you make a business case and add these things, then it will be then the management might think that it's worth to consider the implementation of the requirement in your organization of what is covered in NFPA. For example, if I have a highly trained professional which know that what are how they need to perform their job, whether they are allowed to perform the task on the live system, or they need to establish an electrically safe work condition whenever they are performing jobs. So it will going to result in lesser replacement cost, because the chances for failure or malfunctioning operations or human error will be less. Unknown duration outage. Now I know that this task of saying simple tightening a lugs is seems to be a simple task which might take 1 to 2 minutes, but to establish an electrically safer condition, it might require 30 minutes for arrangement and coordination, for taking an outage and then for restoration. So why not go for a task which only takes 1 or 2 minutes? But a qualified person will know that if he is taking risk to perform that particular task on the live system, and if something goes wrong, then there will be an unknown duration outage. For example, previously he knows that only 30-minute outage is required to conduct this task, but if some failures happen, so it will be an unknown duration for which the supply will not be available. It will result in high insurance cost because of number of failures happening in your industry. Then the insurance will be high. Some lost opportunities, regulatory fines, as well as reputation damage. So these could be added as a selling point, or could be added as for developing your business case. Another thing is that since early stages, when the electricity was being used in industries, so the hazard related to shock was known, but arc flash hazard was not known since 1982. Still, in many industries, in many regions, still arc flash hazard is not considered as an electrical hazard up till now. So many industries, many employers, many asset owners are not doing anything for this arc flash hazard, which is one of the catastrophic type of the hazard, and it does not give much. I mean, its impact is massive. So since 1982, the arc flash hazard was identified, and it became part since 1995 in 70s. So now it is in the standard for last 3 decades approximately. So no employer can walk away with the claim that they did not know about that the arc flash hazard is an electrical hazard, and they did not and that's why they did not did anything in order to educate their people and to provide the required personal protective equipment, etc. and etc. So now it's, if there is some incident happens in any organization, and if that employee who is affected wants to take the employer to court or to any regulatory body, he can easily refer the standard, that in this particular standard the arc flash hazard has been mentioned in detail, and it's something which should be known to the employer. How the employer can say that he does not know about this particular type of the hazard as an electrical hazard. So this hazard is covered in the standards in detail now. Right. So up till now, NFPA 70 2021 edition is there. 2024 edition is also published now, but the exam of the CSP is still based on NFPA 70 2021. So if you want to have a read online of this standard, you can go on nfpa.org/link, and I think it's $9.9 per month subscription after 1 month. is there, or for 1 month I think it's free, so you can have a look on the standard online if you go to this link. And if you want to purchase this standard, then you can purchase this standard from the link given as well. So this standard, if we look into the standard, how this standard looks like. So this standard is divided into 3 chapters, and the fourth part is related to the annexure. So chapter number 1 is related to safety related work practices, in which it is covered that what is a priority, how you should perform your task. You should perform your task after establishing an electrically safe work condition. If you want to perform a task on the live system, what are the exemptions, and the criteria for the exemptions are there, and how you will going to calculate an incident energy, how you will going to calculate the different type of the boundaries like arc flash boundary, shock and shock protection boundary. Chapter number 2 is related to safety related maintenance requirement. This is not a substitute for the maintenance activities which we are performing in an organization. That maintenance, if you want to go and have a deep dive in on the maintenance of an electrical equipment, then you have to refer to NFPA 70P. Chapter number 3 is related to safety related requirements for some special equipment. For example, if you want to work on the laser system, if you want to work on with batteries and battery system, power electronics, research and development laboratories, etc. So those requirements are covered in chapter number 3. And then there is an annexure. So all things which are covered in the chapter are basically the part of the standard requirement. So if you are applying NFPA 70E in your organization, you have to fulfill the requirements which are covered in chapter number 1 till chapter number 3 with shall statement. So all the statements which are mentioned with shall terms need to be implemented in an organization if you want to become compliant against the 70E requirement. And the things which are covered in annexure, those are for additional information. Okay, those are for additional information, so those need not to be covered by law, or it's not the mandatory requirement to cover things which, or the explanations which are covered in the annexure. So annexure things are for more explanation in there. So what are some of the essential elements which you will going to find in the NFPA 70E? So it talks about electrical safety program. So what are the, how you will going to develop an electrical safety program? So what should be the content of the electrical safety program? Who is responsible for electrical safety program, etc. That is one of the important things which is covered in 70. The main goal of the 70E is to establish an electrically safe work condition before performing any task. So it does not basically encourage live work. It basically encourages that the tasks need to be performed after establishing an electrically safe work condition. It talks about some planning requirement, how you should plan to eliminate some energized tasks. It talks about the risk assessment, and when we are carrying out some risk assessment for when we are performing some justified and authorized work. So the risk assessment will going to tell us about the hazard and the risk associated related to shock and arc flash hazard, and some additional measures which is related to once the risk assessment has been performed. So what the level of the personal protective equipment is required in order to carry out that particular task, or whether this task can be performed on the live system or not, or you have to go for an alternate thing. So those additional measures and the safe work practices are covered. So these are basically the 5 important points, or the things which are covered in the complete standard itself. It talks about different type of the boundaries which you won't be finding in any type of the standard. Like if you have done some NIBOSH, or if you have done ASP, CSP, the electrical part or electrical safety part is very limited there. The boundaries concept, the limited approach boundary, restricted approach boundary, and the arc flash boundary, how you calculate, how you determine, those are not covered in any type of the certification program. So if you are looking for these type of the information, these is covered in 70E only. So if we have an energized electrical equipment, electrical assets, etc., so what will be the restricted approach boundary, limited approach boundary, and the R-flash boundary. How we will going to calculate those things, those points are covered in 70. Right. So if we talk about international certification in electrical safety domain, so there are 3 current certifications which are there on the NFPA website. One is electrical safety technician, CST. Another one is electrical safety worker, CSW, and the third one is CSP, certified electrical safety compliance professional. So CSP is the highest certification in electrical safety domain, and I would recommend that if you have a bachelor's degree or if you have required experience, which we will going to show you in coming slide, you should go for this CSP certification. The course content or the standard, etc., and other things are same if you want to go for any type of the certification, but the CSP is the highest one certification. So your target should be CSP there. So CSP is the only professional certification of its kind, which is based on NFPA 70. So electrical and safety professional who oversee electrical safety program at the corporate level should go for the CSP certification. So if you are one who is responsible for developing the electrical safety program, audit electrical safety program to bring some improvement in your electrical safety program, then you should opt for an CSP. But if you are working, if you are an electrical engineer, electrical technician, etc., and you want to have a badge under your belt that you know about the electrical hazard related to your task and the environment in which you are working, so you can opt for CESW as well, Certified Electrical Safety Worker Certification. So electricians and other electrical professionals who perform hands-on electrical work, they can go for the CESW certification. CEST certification is for those people who are not directly involved with the electrical hazards, but who perform task where electrical hazard exists. For example, some mechanical person, some HVAC technicians who might be directly or indirectly involved with the electrical hazard. So they should know about the electrical hazards, and having this CSP certification, certified electrical safety technician certification, will give employer a confidence that they know about the electrical hazards which are associated with their task, and it will be an additional benefit for them. So for the CSP certification, you should have first you should complete a 40 hours of electrical safety training. This is one requirement which is covered in table number 1. For electrical engineers, you should have bachelor's degree with 2 years of working experience. Okay, if you don't have a bachelor's degree, but if you have an associated degree, then 4 years of working experience is required. And the final requirement is that if you are not an electrical engineer, but you are a mechanical engineer or you are a safety professional, etc. So first requirement what you have to fulfill is 40 hours of electrical safety training, followed by your bachelor's degree in any trade, for example, in environment, in health and safety, in etc., in any discipline, plus 3 years of verifiable working experience with electrical power system. So you need to show 3 years of your verifiable working experience with electrical maintenance, electrical system, or power system, etc. So once you meet this eligibility criteria, then you can go on the NFPA website. You can start your application. During your application, they will going to ask you about the training, whether you have completed the training. They will going to ask for your degree, as well as they will ask for verifiable experience. Once you have submitted those things online, they will going to evaluate your application, and once your application is successful, they will going to ask you to pay $399 for sitting in the exam. Once you sit in the exam, if you pass, it's all good. But if you are not being able to pass your exam in the first test, then there is a retest fee, exam fees of $199 every time you take the take this exam and attempt. There is a recertification fees of $180, which need to be paid along with 50 CPDs point that you have continually learned, and you are progressing in this domain with 50 points, or with uh, and this payment of $180 is required for recertification for next 3 years. So the exam is approximately 3 hours long, 180 minutes, and you will be having an 110 multiple choice question, which is a computerized based Q&A. You don't have to write long explanation, etc., etc. No, so these are multiple choice questions, a computer based exam which is taken at some approved testing center. Currently, the exam is based on NFPA 70 2021 edition. Exam might be changing in 2024 next year by August or September. So you still have 1 year to plan for your CSP exam based on NFPA 70 2021 edition. Right. So once you become a CSP, then you have to recertify it every 3 years. So what's the recertification process? So there is a one chart given, then how you can get those 50 points, which is required as a part of your continuous professional journey. Either you can get those 50 points by taking another training program, or by delivering trainings program, or authoring some lectures, or delivering some lecture, instructing or delivering some lectures, being a part of the NFPA 70 technical committee, or publishing some articles on LinkedIn or any other place. Those will going to give you points. So there could be different way in which you can gather those points. Once you get those 50 points, you have to apply for your recertification. Something important, if you look into LinkedIn currently, there you will going to find less than 500 people who are CSP certified globally. So this certification is getting momentum, and it is highly acceptable type of the certification if you are in maintenance, reliability, or in asset operations. So the CSP certification will going to help you there as well in your career progression. Or if you are not an electrical engineer but you are safety professional, so again the CSP certification will going to help you in overseeing the electrical safety program, in developing the new electrical safety program, or to suggest improvement in your current electrical safety program. So how you can correct your CSP in the first attempt, as informed before, current CSP exam is based on NFPA 70 2001 edition. So those standards are available online. The exam contains 5 domains in which they will going to test your knowledge of the standard itself. So first domain is related to electrical safety program, which will going to cover around 30% of your exam content. The second part, which is related to electrical safety related work practice, domain 2, again 30%. Domain number 3 is related to electrical safe work condition, 25%, and work involving electrical hazards, which will going to cover around 5%. So if we look into chapter number 1 and 2, so chapter number 1 and 2 will going to cover around 90% of your exam content. Chapter number 1 and 2. The 5th domain is related to safety requirement for special equipment, which covers around 10% of your exam content. So the exam will going to test your knowledge across the standard. So you have to score minimum 70% or more in all those 5 domains. So if you are not being able to score 70% in any domain, you will not be termed as pass, but it will be not pass. So this is one of the catch which you need to take care, that you have to score more than 70% in each domain in order to pass your exam. So up till now, we have trained around 100 or more people globally, including Saudi Arabia, Oman, Pakistan, US, Bahrain, Singapore. There are few students from Singapore as well, from US as well. And up to now, we are only training providers who are broadly have produced more than 20 CSP certified people globally. So no institute or no trainer can have produced this much of CSP certified professionals globally. So this is one of the certificate which you will be having once you appear in your CSP exam and you pass your paper. So what you will be doing as a CSP holder in your organization, what is the value this certification will going to bring it? So as you have seen that this is the high level of certification, it's not the type of the certification which is required at the worker level. This type of the certification will be held by the people who are sitting in the corporate world and trying to change and bring changes and improvement in the current process and the procedure. So you will be heavily involved in the change management in the current process and the procedure related to electrical work and the electrical safety in your organization. You will be seen as a subject matter expert who have an holistic view of the electrical asset lifecycle issues, risks, and how those can be improved in this in your organization. Involvement in the development of the electrical safety program, which is compliant with the 70E requirements. You will be involved in the training and development of personnel within your organization. You might be involved in the auditing and the continual improvement of your own electrical safety program, and initiating and leading some innovative projects within your organization in which is again related to the change management approach. So who should go for the CSP? One of my first CSP person was not an electrical engineer. He was a totally safety person who does not have any information about the electricity or electrical hazard or the technical terms which we electrical engineers use. So this is a generic certification. It is not specific for the electrical engineers, but electrical engineers, managers, safety leaders, asset manager, risk managers, ASP, CSP certified people who wants to have some another certification on their belt, they can go with this CSP certification. And this is a picture of our latest training program which we carried out a few months back, and hopefully because then there was a gap of different programs. So the next program for the next program, Salahuddin will going to share his information and knowledge further. So this was from my side, all the information which I wanted to share with you people. So if you have any question, just feel free to ask. Okay. Yes, Mr. Salahuddin. Do you have any questions in the chat?
Yes,
I'm making you host again.
I have one
Yes, please.
question that I didn't find anything about the junction box, classified junction box, zone 1 and zone 2, where you're using some inert gases to avoid chit chat and explosion proof. So is it covered in 70E somewhere?
Basically, 70E is not the design standard. You will going to find those information in NEC or NFPA 70. 70E is standard related to safety related work practices. So it talks about that if you have an installation there, how you will going to approach and perform job at that particular location. So this standard won't be talking about individual type of the risk which is covered in some high explosive areas, what type of the precautions you need to have there. It will be generic and it will be covering things related to most of the things which this standard covered is related to general and construction industries. If you go into 90.2 of clause of this standard, what is the scope of this standard? So it's mostly covering general and construction industries, but it is equally applicable in the other type of the industries as well. But the point which you have raised, what type of the operations you have to perform in those area, in which are more hazardous, where there is a chances of explosion due to just an arcing. So the selection of the equipment is not covered in 17. The selection of the equipment you might have to refer to NEC or other design standards.
But during repair or inspection, we have to check the seal system proper or not, or purging system, something like this. It should covered in 70.
Again,
Yeah.
that thing, what you need to do on your specific asset, electrical asset. For example, if I take the example of transformer, what type of the test you need to perform on the transformer, just to make sure about its health, about its whether it has deteriorated over the period of time or not. Those things you will going to find in another standard, which is basically the 3 standards which are combined together in NFPA 70B. So 70B is the standard related to maintenance type of the standard. So what should be the testing? What should be the tested frequency? How often you need to test? What type of the test you need to perform, etc. and etc. So repairing of particular seal, repairing of particular cables, etc. and etc. Those maintenance, deep dive of the maintenance, you will going to find in 70B. What about equipment selection you will going to find in NFPA 70 NEC. NFPA 70E will only talk about how you need to perform your task on the system, whether you are allowed to perform live tasks, whether you need to perform tasks after establishing an electrically safe work condition, etc. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you very much, Sayed Wasef from United Kingdom, UK. Thank you very much. Such a highly captivating information. Thumbs up for this great information, great presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Now come to the course part. Those guys who are interested to join this training, training is for career development. So those guys who showed their interest that they want to join, they want to charge their career, supercharge their career, electrical safety careers, safety careers, whether you are electrical engineer, whether you're an electronic engineer, electrical systems engineer, electric power engineer, safety professional, electrical technician, you all are, just check the eligibility, and we're going to help you at every stage of your career development. So the 40 hours training requirement for this program is meeting all those requirements. And good news is that all those guys who are joining this presentation, this webinar right now, we are giving you a super duper package to supercharge your career if you are interested. So it's the same training. So first of all, you see, you have to your name should appear here, CESCP certification one day once you pass the NFP exam. Let me. Okay. So if you register within next 2 days, because by August 9, we're going to close the registration and program going to start by August 12th. It's a hybrid training program, 40 hours, 10 hours live, 30 hours self-paced, and you're going to pay just $199 for the whole program of 40 hours, which is meeting requirements of CESCP exam. So when you finish the training, you will receive 2 certifications from SBIC US. Number 1, Certified Electrical Safety Specialist. Number 2, NFPA 70E. And number 3, if you're going to write the exam, NFPA exam, which is computer-based exam, you are eligible. So 3 bonuses in one price of just $199 in next 2 days. Within next 2 days, you have to finish that. So this is going to be a super duper, because the same program, CESCP 40 hours training program that cost more than $1,000. Same program in the US, $1,200, $1,100. And this is only for those guys who are interested to take their career to the next level. If you are interested, so do contact us back. Our team are going to contact you back. all those guys who are watching this webinar, and also those guys who will watch later on the YouTube, because same program recording is available at our YouTube channel, safety channel. So for all those guys, within next 2 days, you have to pay just $199 for the whole 40 hours training program, right? So let us know your questions. I saw one question that is the test is available remotely. Yes, the test is to be conducted by NFPA test centers, computer-based test centers around the world. It's a 3 hours exam, and you have to take your ID, and you will get result immediately on the spot. Immediately. See, it's a standout certification. Demand is high. You know, electrical safety problems in the plants. You know that. Arc flash. You know that. Electrocution. In only in United States, more than 3,000 arc flash accidents every year reported. See the size of problem in the Gulf countries, UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Bahrain, Oman, Kuwait, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, everywhere, top companies, client companies need electrical safety specialists, which are certified by NFPA. Your name will appear on the NFPA website in directory. So this is not, this is going to supercharge your career. Trust me, this is my personal recommendation. This is from my heart. So if you are safety professional, if you are if you are a technician, electrical engineer, go for that. You won't be regret. And the price is in peanuts, just in $199, which is just the which is just the pocket money of kids. In the pocket money of kids, you're gonna meeting requirements, training requirements, just attempt the exam, you're boom. All right. So let us know your questions. Who are interested to join? Do you think price is good? Yeah.
Is it going to support ASP?
Yeah. Some content, not 100% some content is relevant to ASP. If you finish the program, some content, not 100%, because ASP is different domain. This is different domain. This is electrical safety management, right? But see, a lot of CSPs, a lot of ASPs, they are doing CESCP. Why? Because this is for corporate safety management. People who are or will be, let's say, in a big plant, let's say agro fertilizer plant. At agro fertilizer plant, they will have people who will be having CSP and CESCP simultaneously. People having CSP also go for CESCP, because this synergize their achievement. Okay, so both are all people having CSP must go for CESCP one day. So today or tomorrow they have to go for that. Yes. Any more questions?
Sir,
Who are interested?
yes, sir. Sir, would you recommend this for new safety officer like who just joined this feed, or no? Shouldn't
Yeah,
we
of
take
course.
time? Like,
Of course. You have to see that are you meeting requirements? See, training is for everyone.
okay,
40 hours training is for everyone. And after once you finish the training, you will get NFPA 70E and certified electrical safety specialist from SBIC America. 2 international certification if you pass the assessment. Now, the third thing, NFPA exam. For NFPA certification exam, you have to meet their requirements. Got it?
okay, sir, I
But
got it.
40,
Yeah.
but 40 hours hybrid.
Yeah, this is hybrid.
Um,
Hybrid means 30 hours are self-paced, means a recorded version, and 10 hours are Zoom live.
Okay.
This is hybrid. So that, and once you finish that, you will meet 40 hours requirement of NFPA exam eligibility requirement. You will be meeting requirements. Yeah. And see, just what about the price? Do you think the price is good for this highly valuable training?
Yes,
Do
it's
you
good,
think?
good.
Yeah. Do you
Attractive.
think? Yeah, it's not too much expensive. Meeting pocket friendly. You just have to invest. See, a lot of people basically don't know the difference between investment and expenditure. Most of people are basically expense guy, expenditures. They go to the parties, they buy expensive phone, but they don't know the value of investment. This is going to give you back, pay back in the future. This is your asset. You're going to earn, you're going to increase your income, you're going to increase your value with just $199, which is just your kids' pocket money, or you just spending your money, this money with friends. So stop one party and invest that into your career development, and you won't have any regrets. Trust me.
Okay,
Yes, Samir?
sir.
Yeah.
So suggest
Yeah,
me.
please. Yeah.
I'm not electrical man. I'm not electrical engineer,
Mhm.
but my function as I'm plant manager. So all these things are passing through my eyes. I have
Yeah,
to take care of all those
exactly.
things.
Yeah, got it.
So by this one, I know many things about
Yep.
these things. About
Relevant to your job.
90%
Yeah,
yes, relevant to my job. So
exactly.
do you suggest me to go and grab this offer?
Of course, of course. See, safety is everyone's responsibility. Safety is not just the responsibility of safety manager, hardcore safety professional. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
safety at work, safety at plant is the duty of everyone, regardless of job title. So if you're in line management, for example, in your case, you are plant manager. The line management is especially accountable because all the risk they have to manage by law. Law says that line management is accountable. They can a safety
Yes.
professional can be responsible, but line management is more accountable. Law has to come and ask them that what you was doing. So you must be trained in managing all risk. You know how to manage all those risks. So these training, these certification going to make you competent and confident. And as I told you that it is the responsibility of everyone. So once you know that, how you're going to control risk, how you're going to apply safeguards, this is going to increasing your safety IQ as well. So this will
Yeah.
give you number of ideas. Yeah, number of ideas. So once you have number of ideas, once you are confident, you can confident because you know this is one of the kind of control. Training is one of kind of control. This doesn't give you guarantee of 100 of that incident will not happen, but in case of incident, you can show authorities that see what kind of trained professional I am. I have applied all the controls. So show your commitment to your
Yes.
management. Yeah, to your management, to your superior, to your bosses, to stakeholders, to government, regulatory bodies. Everyone show your commitment that see who I am. So this is going to support you a lot.
Yes.
Yeah,
Ultimately, I'm the one who's supposed to implement safety at work site.
exactly. For all those guys who are attending this webinar, you can see that this is live example of I'm just he's plant manager. He's not hardcore safety guy, but he's our ASP CSP student as well, and he is also interested for CSCP exam prep training as well. So that means that confirms that safety is everyone's responsibility. It's not just safety professional responsibility. Everyone should come up and get trained. And the maximum, the more you're trained, the more safer your workplace will be. That gives you
Yeah.
tools and confidence and ideas. So any more question from you guys? You're encouraged to ask questions. No worries. So Aga Sab, you're okay. You're happy with my response.
Yes, I am satisfied. And
Okay.
I will go for this.
Yeah, looking forward to see you in this training program. It's very good program
Yes.
for electrical safety
Yeah,
management.
sure.
Uh, this is Madhu here again. I think I'll be waiting for the August 8th exam for scaffolding. I'll take a call on 9th probably. Good that even though I'm a core SHE guy, I look into safety, health, environment, sustainability, and fire. Probably this would be more added advantage, and this $199 is the I think it's a very lowest price with the
Exactly. Yeah.
with the quality of the content that we are receiving.
Exactly.
Probably, I think even the Americans may not give this much of content to us, though we have few of our facilities in US. I haven't heard from our vice president SHE regarding this particular course. So I will plan. I'll take a call on 9th. Probably 9th August would be the last day for the registration. So give me a couple of days. I'm just geared up for the scaffolding examination.
Yeah, sure, Madhu. You are such a nice fellow with us, SBIC America. You have enrolled in a number of courses. Now, listen, other guys, all other guys, listen carefully. The same program, SBIC US, markets in America in $1,150. And contact us. We're going to show you some of our candidates from US companies. They are paying $1,150, $1,150 for the same program that you are going to complete $190. So see the difference. So take advantage of this huge opportunity. And also those interested to come in the US, if you are CSCP, this is going to increase your lot of employment opportunities. Because electrical safety is a huge concern in companies having plants. Huge concern. Trust me. Number of incidents of arc flash blast and explosions. So they need trained people. They need certified people, right? And who will be delivering the program is highly competent. Is CESCP having more than 20 years experience based in UK with a large client company, and already trained more than 100 people in CSCP exam prep training, and more than 35 people have passed in first attempt, right? So in just $199, it's just a free. This is almost free. So take advantage of the almost free program. Even if you say this is expensive, then we can say in a live on the Rajun on this statement that if this is expensive, 100, a lot of people even say that we can't pay. See, if you cannot invest in your career, if you cannot, then who will invest in you? So invest in you, because in times of recession, once you invest in your career, in your personality, no one can take away. That makes you competent, confident. Okay. And see, the exam by NFP is, it has got huge value. Okay. So those guys, as someone asked question right now, they might not meeting NFPA certification exam requirements, and they enrolled in this training program. They will still receive knowledge and skills, and they will still receive certification, 2 international certification by SBIC US, the leading the leading training and inspection company based at New York, and the pioneer in CESCP exam prep training. You will still receive certification, Certified Electrical Safety Specialist, and NFP 70E if you pass our assessment, written assessment. Once you pass that, you will immediately receive 2 certification from SBIC US. And once you sit for NFP exam and pass that exam, you will receive certification from NFPA, right? So let us take another question. Then we will say goodbye. Okay. Sure. Okay. We are almost done. So you guys, all those guys who are interested to join this great training program to supercharge your career, to supercharge your life, do contact us back. Our team also going to contact you back. So this is the time to say goodbye and good night. All of you guys have a safe career journey. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Take care and good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night,
Thank you.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you and bye bye. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Nice. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Yes, sir, Allah Hafiz. Thank you.